Hey everybody, it's Cortavius. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm at the end of mine. Well, it's only 1 a.m. Who knows? Maybe I got hours left. It should be the end of my day. I got a few things I'm going to do in this one. I'd probably call it more of a news video because I think there's a few things I want to just catch up on what's going on in game. But I'm also going to throw in, I got 2 hours left in Summon Rush here. And I have 3,626 points. So in the course of this thing, I do need to pull my 5 sacreds so I can go get this epic. I do want to pick him up, grab a couple chickens and a book and a barrel. Never actually used a barrel on this account, so we'll get into that. I might as well just start it off with a bang. Let's go pull one of these and see what we get. I already have a +4 Anax, I've noticed, so I'm expecting to get 5 epics here, by the way. Warden. I don't even think it's worth telling you what he does. All right, well, that's 1 down. We do got 4 to go. Before we keep going, though, it is worth mentioning, I think for what I've seen for promos out there, I got one of the better ones out there. Because if you click the link on the description below, I have the ability to get Narma on my account. I think she's better than the other ones I've seen out there for the free login because she's fantastic to start a new account with because she's your clan boss poisoner on day 1. And you get the best epic in the game, Uugo. You get Mausoleum Mage, Anax. I mean, that's a great start. And right now, you've got your choice of promo codes. So one of them is Desert Queen. With Desert Queen, you can add to Anax as well. So all you got to do is do 4 things. Step 1, log out of Player and Play on the PC and uninstall. Step 2, click the link in that description and register with a brand new email. Step 3, launch raid, complete the tutorial. And step 4, go to your inbox, grab yourself Narma, enter your promo code for that one. You can get the Fusion dude with another promo code. So a lot of them out there, but I choose Desert Queen. I think that's a really good one. So that's that. The other things that I thought were worth covering. So the event, the Coalition event is off and running. I have 3,800 points. I'd be fascinated if you just tell me where you're at. You know, when you can see where the global leaderboard is, the top 100 players. I wish you could put your clan in here just to see how are you doing against like real people, not these crazy guys out here trying to get these top 3 people get these crazy crazy relics. One gets a mythical crown of corruption, one gets a skull of treason, and one gets the little pinion. I don't know if that's why they're competing up here, or it's just because they want to be number 1 and there's a ranking, and there's competition, and they're whales. But usual suspects up here. I mean, these relics are, it's 66,000 points. I mean, I've got 3,800. I do wish yesterday I had spent more time on these, but I was trying to get the champ training done on both accounts and dungeon divers in real life, so I just didn't have time. But as I predicted, these 2 quests are not as good as the last 2. Killing 50 enemy champs in any arena mode. Okay, you only had to do 12 arena fights in the last one, but with solo champs in arena, it's going to take more than 12 fights to hit 50. And then 140 energy in Fire Nights when there's no Fire Night tournament scheduled for like forever. So that just sucks compared to being able to do any non-artifact dungeon. You could have run Minotaur and filled this up. I just didn't have time, or I would have got a bunch of points. So I'm hoping these cycle again in 3 more days and there's a better set. My fear is they're going to get worse and worse and worse. Maybe it's just RNG and there'll be good ones coming, but as I said, my fear is they're just going to get worse, but we'll see. Hopefully they just put a set of them in there and there's RNG and it's just RNG, and if you can just get one of them, you don't have to do both. You can just cycle through one of them and just get this thing set. So down here, I did get almost all of the basics in, just playing the game and then going to target a few of them for the fun of it. But I got to get 30 artifacts from the 4s. That's easy to do. We've got 3 weeks, so CVC is going to come around, so I can just do that in CVC. There's no rush to go do this now. And then upgrade 6 rare artifacts or higher to level 16. I already did the accessory one that was down here, wherever that thing went. Upgrade 3 accessories because the Fusion's artifact enhancement or gear enhancement thing's on. So I could go finish these, but I'm backed up to the inbox on both accounts, I think, so I might just go clear space and just save that for the next artifact enhancement. So once again, you got a month. A lot of these experts are tied up with getting Tholan Foulbeard, so I don't have those done yet. I mean, those top 1, 2, 3, 4 of those are all with him. 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are all with the new dude. And as I said, I could have run these and just got these done with that and then got a bunch of the daily quest ones too, but I don't mind. In the next 3 weeks, they're going to run one of those events where they combine the 2 of these together, and I can just go do a bunch of energy in there, maybe win my tournament group and get these. So I got 25 and 20 just by doing, I guess, a few of them. Iron Twins Matric, I don't know that if I've even done Magic or if my team's just slower. So I got to come back and do those. I haven't done Chimera or Hydra since the thing went live. And I do one live arena battle a day. So I guess I'd get this one done in 4 weeks anyway, but I'll have to pick it up if I want to go get the 40 live arena. I'd have to double my live arena fights. So looks like I got to do some more live arena because that's definitely one that's easy to get. And then these I won't even do these. And that's just doing my Chimera run. That's just doing my Hydra run, I think. I'm a little worried about the 175 on boss turns only because if I just do auto, does it go that long? So I might have to just do auto this week and see how many turns it was. I don't think it even tells me that. It just tells total turns. It doesn't tell me how many of those are boss turns. I'll just see if I get it done. If not, I might have to manual run just to make sure it goes long enough. That kind of sucks. So anyway, progress made. I think, just looking at where these top 100 players are doing, they're just piling energy into this thing. Even down to the lowest levels, where you're down to 100. They're 7,000 in out of 20,000, and we're only a few days in. It's telling you can just do it if you just pile energy in. So eventually I'll find one of these worth doing with energy and I'll probably just blow through it. And I am doing some more arena fights than I usually do. So that's what's going on with those. I think it is interesting. I did take a look at the relics. If I just go to the Forge, Relic Crafting, Relic Index, and you look at what those guys are fighting over. This Covetous Passion. Wait, that's not, is it? So the top guy gets this Crown of Corruption, which you're talking 5, 7.5, 15, 20, 60 for 60 more crit damage, and 2, 4, 4, 8, 10, another 10 speed. And you do more damage when you're above 50% HP. So if you got a full HP nuker with this thing on, that is pretty crazy. That's obviously if it's fully maxed, which might take a while, but for those guys who are number 1 in the world, they probably have the materials. And the Skull of Treason, I like this one in arena for those HP burn, over the stone skin, using the blessing that allows you to blow through stone skin. You're getting an extra 100 accuracy, and HP burns do an extra 50% damage when it's fully maxed. That's pretty crazy, and you get some 6 speed to throw with it. So I honestly even like that one better than the mythical, just because it just seems like it fits the meta so well right now. And this one just adds a bunch of speed, which is nice, and a damage reduction. I think the speed's bigger for me. This one doesn't impress me. It just doesn't sound that much. 1% less damage for each cooldown on all their turns. I don't know. But crazy for the top 3 in the world on those anyway. And the last piece of news is they're doing a summon pool event this week. And Balor the Lost is the top champ you can get. He's one of those new champs that they just put out. He's got an interesting kit. He's really like a Supreme Kale and, Poisoner, Supreme Kale, similar champ, I guess. He could solo the Scarab boss probably. He puts a shield buff on him every time he attacks. He puts poison sensitivity on the A1, so he's got some protection built in there. He puts a leech out there and activates all poison, so he's a poison exploder. That leech definitely fits in hard faction wars too. And for long boss fights, putting the leech out there and poisons, that's got Chimera benefits too, because Chimera likes to have poisons out there. And Chimera, also has, trials you can get for leech. And then he puts increased accuracy and decreased resistance. That's more Chimera trials. And he puts poisons out. More Chimera trials. So he looks like he's really well designed to be on Chimera. He would also do well in like clan boss type fights. And he's an interesting one for the arena with the Lethal Dose Blessing and that Arachnelixir Relic, if you have that, where he does like what Cavalex can do, or these other poisoners, Nell, I think, where you can just have the poisons. And he's got this passive where he adds Ignore Defense up to 20%. That's probably good in a longer boss fight. I don't know what that really does in arena, because you're going to have to put a bunch of accuracy and speed on him. So I don't know how much damage he's going to do. He's got a nice 1586 attack, and he's got good multipliers on his abilities, but I just don't think you're building him as a nuker. I think you got to build him with a lot of speed and accuracy to land the stuff if you're doing arena, or the arena strat with him. So interesting champ. Would I go out of my way to go get him? Probably not. Supreme Kale does this increased resistance and increased accuracy. I don't see anybody really uses him. Chimera doesn't take enough turns that if you load poisons up, I guess he's got the poison explosion, so you can do some more damage, but does that out damage all the damage dealers that you want to have on Chimera? Skeptical, just blowing up poisons. So I don't know. It's an interesting champ. I wouldn't go nuts for him myself. We'll just have to see who else is in the pool, too. Alright, where was I? That's right, I gotta go pull more of these sacred shards. I got 4 more of these to pull. Let's hope we get something other than epics, but I really don't have any expectations. I did pull them. Well, there's my Fenax, so I can work on my second Fenax +4. Alright, what do we got? Skull Crusher. Skull Crusher is kind of a fun champ. He's actually useful for me in Cursed City. He used to be a clan boss kind of guy. His big thing is he puts up an ally protection on all your allies, and then he puts a counterattack on all your allies and an unkillable on himself. So he keeps himself alive with the unkillable. He's protecting everybody, and everybody, when you get attacked, gets to turn around and attack. So that's useful in Fire Knight, both hard and regular. That's useful in Clan Boss. That's useful in Cursed City. So there's just certain stages in Cursed City, a lot of stages in Cursed City where he shows up. So I never built him until Cursed City came out. Now actually I have one built. He's never really geared, but then when I need him, I can throw gear on him. So, and then he's got a decreased duration of all debuffs on him by 1 turn. So that's claim to fame as and if you can make him the stun target in Clan Boss, he'll clear that stun on his own. So he's an interesting champ. You know, he's definitely still useful. I mean, he's still useful for Cursed City. So, all right, was that 3? All right, that was 3. So let's do 2 more of these. And we get another epic. Burn Geary. I really like this guy. I can't say he's really great, but I just like the guy. He's fun champ. I used him to beat the faction when it came out. I love the aesthetics on this guy. That flaming blue hair is awesome, coming out of the mask like that. But he's a pretty decent champ. So he's got a strengthen on all allies, a shield buff on all allies equal to their HP, unfortunately, instead of his. And then he's got an AoE stun 60% chance. So that, you know, can throw a mastery to bump that up a little bit too. You know, it's a chance to land, but it can really help in where I've used him in the faction. And that's actually good for the hard faction wars too, because now you can try and use that across 3 different waves. And he's got a provoke on the A1. So between the provoke and the stun and the strengthen and the shield, he's just a quality, you know, control and, you know, help keep the team alive champ. And he's hard to kill when you build him well. I like him. All right, well, we are set for all. Well, there's my free champ. You know, if you click the link in the description below, you can add him to your new account. So that's Anax. He's a Fane equivalent to me. I'd take either one of them, you know. In an unkillable clan boss type team, he can do a lot of damage. So, you know, he's got a decreased accuracy, he brings poisons, he's got decreased defense, he brings a weaken, so he's bringing both decreased defense and weaken, increased defense buff on himself, increase attack on him when certain conditions are met, gets an extra turn when his HP drops, which can screw you up in Clan Boss, so you hope you don't do that. But so yeah, he's just he is definitely a strong damage dealer for an epic, but he's harder to keep alive, so you gotta have the right team around him. So anyway, those are the champs those are the sacreds I'm gonna pull. I think that's it. You know, I could talk more about the event dungeon, but I think I'll just cover that in a separate video. So, you know, hope there was some interesting news in there. You know, I guess the shards weren't that exciting, but you never know what you're going to get when you pull the sacred shards. So that's it. Hope you have a great day. Thanks.